All right. Ready to unlock a secret code.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To sound more like a native English speaker.
Hmm.
Today's deep dive is all about compound words.
Yeah.
But we're going beyond the basics. We've got some fascinating lined up that explore how these linguistic mashups can actually reveal the hidden patterns of English.
That's right.
Compound words aren't just about vocabulary.
I love that.
They're like little windows into the way English speakers think and categorize the world.
Okay, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So let's start with a simple example from our sources.
Okay.
Think about the words eye and ball. What happens when you combine them?
You get eyeball, of course.
Eyeball.
It seems so obvious.
Right.
But it's actually a great illustration of how compound words build upon existing concepts to create something new.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Right.
Our sources are packed with examples, and
Yeah.
I'm already noticing some fascinating patterns. Take honeycomb, for instance.
The words fit together perfectly,
Mm.
just like the structure is correct.
Exactly, and that's not a coincidence.
Ooh.
The way we form compound words often reflects the way we perceive the relationship between the two concepts.
No.
Okay.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Compound words aren't always formed the same way.
Yeah.
We've got eyeball all smashed together, treehouse with a space,
Mhm.
and then there's overweight with a hyphen.
Yeah.
What's the deal with all the different forms?
Well, think of it like different ways of building a house.
Okay.
Sometimes you need a solid brick wall, sometimes you want an open archway.
Mm-hmm.
Compound words have evolved over time,
Yeah.
and the different forms reflect subtle nuances in meaning and usage.
So mastering these
Yeah.
nuances is part of what separates a
Uh-huh.
casual English speaker from someone who truly sounds like a native.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about more than just knowing the vocabulary. It's about understanding the underlying logic of the language.
All right, I'm ready to put that logic to the test.
Okay.
Let's try some more examples from our sources.
All right.
What about jelly and fish?
Jellyfish, a creature that's both jiggly and well-fishy.
Yeah.
The compound word perfectly captures its unique nature.
Next up,
Okay.
ear plus ring.
Earring, of course, a classic adornment that's been around for centuries.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the compound word immediately evokes a specific image, a concept, a thing.
Okay, you're on a roll. How about tea plus spoon?
Teaspoon, a perfect example of how compound words can be incredibly efficient in conveying meaning.
All right, I think our listeners are starting to get the hang of this. But here's where things can get a bit tricky.
Okay.
Some compound words aren't as straightforward as they seem.
Right.
For example, strawberry.
Right.
It's not a berry made of straw.
Exactly.
Right.
And this highlights another fascinating aspect of compound words.
Yeah.
Their meanings don't always follow a simple formula. They evolve over time, influenced by culture, history, and even humor.
These words have a life of their own.
Right.
So how about this one? Cocoa and nuts.
Coconut, of course,
Yeah.
a tropical treasure,
Coconut.
with a surprisingly complex etymology.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that the word coco actually comes from a Portuguese word meaning skull
Wow.
or grinning face,
I had no idea.
referring to the 3 indentations on the coconut shell that resemble a face?
See, this is what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah.
We're not just learning words, we're uncovering hidden stories.
It is fascinating.
Okay, let's keep this coconut momentum going.
Okay,
How about pine plus apple?
that would be pineapple,
Pineapple.
a fruit that, despite its name,
Yeah.
is neither a pine nor an apple.
Right.
It's a fascinating example of how compound words can sometimes be misleading,
Yeah.
forcing us to dig deeper into their origins.
All right, last one for this round.
Okay.
What about water and melon?
Watermelon, a summer staple.
Ooh.
That's so much more than just water and melon. The compound word perfectly captures its juicy, refreshing nature.
Okay, so we've played around with a bunch of examples.
We have.
But I'm curious to hear more about the why behind compound words. What role do they play in making someone sound more like a native English speaker?
Fluency in compound words is a sign that you've moved beyond just memorizing individual words and started to grasp the way English speakers combine and manipulate language to express themselves naturally. It's like you've cracked the code.
So if you want to level up your English game
Right.
and sound more like a native,
Uh-huh.
mastering compound words is essential.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And speaking of leveling up, there are some amazing resources out there to help you on your journey.
right.
You mentioned UncleV's YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and I can't recommend it enough. He's a master at breaking down those subtle nuances of pronunciation and usage that can really make a difference.
Yes. UncleV is fantastic.
Right.
And for those who are really serious about accelerating their progress, there's also Teacher David, who we've mentioned in the episode description.
Okay.
He's got a proven track record of helping people unlock that natural, effortless flow in English. He's got a knack for pinpointing exactly what's holding someone back and providing personalized guidance to help them overcome those obstacles.
It's like having a language coach in your pocket.
Exactly. Okay, ready for rapid fire round?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's see how quickly you can decode these compound words. See plus saw.
Seesaw, an iconic playground staple that captures the back and forth motion perfectly.
Next, butter plus fly.
Butterfly, a reminder that even the simplest compound words can have fascinating origins and layers of meaning.
Okay, here's one that's a bit more practical. House plus keeper.
Housekeeper, a compound word that's evolved over time reflecting changing social norms and definitions of domestic work.
Interesting point. Language is constantly evolving, and compound words are a great way to track those changes. All right, what about dust plus pan?
Dustpan, an essential cleaning tool that's surprisingly satisfying to use. It's interesting how compound words can elevate even the most mundane objects.
That's so true. Okay, two more to go. Under plus wear.
Underwear, a word that's both essential and often a source of amusement, especially when it comes to those awkward laundry moments.
I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
All right, last one for this round. Lip plus stick.
Lipstick, a tool of self-expression that's been around for centuries. It's amazing how a simple compound word can encompass so much history, culture, and personal style.
Absolutely. Listic is a great example of how compound words can be both functional and symbolic. So we've covered a lot of ground today, from the playful to the practical, and I think our listeners are starting to see the power of compound words in action.
It's been a fascinating journey through the intricate world of compound words.
Yeah.
We've seen how they can be descriptive, functional, evocative, and even humorous.
And it's not just about sounding more natural, it's about unlocking a deeper level of understanding and appreciation for the English language.
Exactly. It's like you're not just speaking the language, you're living it.
Right.
You're experiencing the world through a different lens.
So to all our listeners out there who are on their own English learning journey, what's one key takeaway you hope they walk away with from today's deep dive?
I hope they realize that compound words are more than just vocabulary.
Yeah.
They're a gateway to understanding the heart and soul of the English language. By paying attention to these linguistic mashups,
Right.
you're not just learning words, you're uncovering hidden stories, cultural insights, and even a bit of humor.
Beautifully said. And remember, there are so many amazing resources out there to help you on your journey.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked about UncleV's YouTube channel,
Right.
which is fantastic for pronunciation and those subtle nuances that make a big difference.
And for those who are ready to take their fluency to the next level, Teacher David is an incredible resource. You can find his information in the episode description.
He's like a language whisperer.
He is.
And of course, we're always here to guide you through the fascinating world of language and beyond.
And don't forget, we're working on something incredibly exciting,
Oh,
an AI-powered lesson that's coming soon.
have fun with those compound words. You'll be amazed at how much they can enrich your understanding and appreciation of the English language. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the wonderful world of compound words. Until next time, happy learning.